How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. This is the GoolRC truck. It runs for about less than $70 on Amazon. Today I'm going to test this out for you guys and give you a little review on this car. Now let's just check out in detail what this thing looks like close up. Here's the controller. You just turn it on with this little switch over here. There's a steering trim over here, throttle trim, and also the steering is over here with a little soft rubber thing over it. The trigger is throttle when you squeeze it and brake when you push it up like that. The battery compartment over here stores 4 AA batteries, and this is what the thing looks like. Over here the rim does feel sturdy and it has one screw that holds on the wheel. You see the rubber here is like typical RC cars. It's very grippy. I can't feel anything inside, so there's no foam on the inside propping this thing up. On the underside, you'll see some aluminum bracket. These green things are aluminum, and it seems like they need them there for extra strength instead of just plastic, or it'll break off easily. Again, over here in the front, there's aluminum brackets right here and right here to hold this wishbone thing. And so let me remove the top so we can see what's inside. You have this little wing thing to push down on the back for more traction. And what I like about this thing is that it has these little bumper things. This is very generous because if you hit something, you see that compresses over there. And also the back. The motor over here has a heatsink and it's stored inside this container, so it's likely not gonna get as much air passing through it for cooling. I already installed a GoPro bracket over here. That's because I'm gonna record some video by mounting a GoPro on this later on. This is only a rear wheel drive, and you'll see that it has a differential because if I turn this backwards, this one goes forward, so it does have a little limited slip thing there. The purpose of that is one of them slips, the other one can keep on moving forward. You have actual shocks on these things, but I do not hear any oil swishing around as I'm pushing here. You can see over here, you can pull on these little tabs and change the strength of these springs by pushing it down a little bit more. So you can make it a little bit softer if you remove these guys. Here is the switch where you can turn it on. And when I turn it on, you can see that red LED turn blinking. The cool thing about this car is that it has a battery compartment where it does not require a screw for you to open it. The battery over here is not really specified on what type it is, and it does not really show through the side. So I can only guess it might be lithium ion. So when you want to charge it, it does come with the charger. You just unplug this, plug this into the charger. Plug it in like this. Just kind of push that in and we're ready to go. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this thing on, turn on the remote control, and I think it locked on. And you can see if I just push this, it's only rear wheel drive. One thing you want to notice about this car is that when you're going full blast forward, if you hit on the brake, it takes a little time to brake. Whereas when you go backwards and then you go forward suddenly, it would do that almost instantaneously. Let me show you what I mean. Now I'm gonna go forward full blast and stop. See, it took about 3-4 feet before it stopped. Whereas if I go backwards and then I pound forward, look at that. What happens is when I go backwards and then I go forward, the wheels start spinning forward already. So then the stopping distance when you're going backwards is better than when you're going forward for some reason. Let me try to stop a little bit closer. So I can actually make it spin out. Okay, now I'm gonna install the GoPro on this thing and record some video. All right, so I have a first-person view of what the car is seeing over here, so let's check this out. So this is cool. It's kind of like rigging up your own first-person view RC car. I can just go and look at what this car is looking at and then drive around. Okay, I just ran out of battery on this thing. It does only come with one battery. My feeling with this RC car is that it is kind of like a toy because, you know, this is kind of like plasticky, but for the cost, of course, it's not going to be comparable for something a lot more expensive. But for less than $70, you're able to just putt around with this thing. You're able to have a remote control. This thing will actually move around at reasonable speeds. For that, this is probably a good way to get it out of your system, where if you kind of want like an RC car type of thing, then this might be a good solution. I hope you guys enjoyed the review of this GoolRC car. If you're interested in getting one of these yourself, I'll leave an affiliate link down in the video description below. If you're interested in supporting this channel, I have an Audible link down in the video description below where you can get a free audiobook. I have a Patreon over here, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.